Oh yeah, I'm verified on TikTok, so I can definitely post it on mine too.
Okay, yes.
I got like 400,000 followers.
Yes.
But I don't use that because they're just from Musical.ly.
Oh.
So it like transferred from Musical.ly, so I didn't really get into TikTok like that.
What was Musical.ly like? What was that era for you?
It was so cringy.
I feel like now I'm gonna have to search up and then talk to you later.
I have my account privated because like those videos I have on my Musical.ly are so cringy.
You know what? I cannot say anything.
I'm over here like, it was so ugly, and like I look at them, and like when people ask me for my TikTok account, I'm like, shit, I need to go on my Musical.ly and make sure I don't have any more embarrassing videos left. I'll delete or private that shit. And like, no, you're not saying that.
Don't look at their Musical.ly, y'all. Do not try to find them.
No,
please do
please.
not do it. Because I'll do it.
Honestly, like one day, like I'm just gonna go through it completely, delete the ones that are really bad, and then just like
repost them.
Maybe
repost them. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you and say like
well, I can react to some of them. Like do little react videos.
Cool. That'd be really cute.
Because I want to start making content on my music, like not my Musical.ly. Oh my god, my TikTok. But like I never know like how to like start it up again. Mm-hmm. So like that could be a thing. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
since it's the same app, I can just like make something like reacting to my old Musical.ly videos, and that's kind of like a way for me to like also be comfortable just like having them there. Because like a lot of them have a lot of views, and I don't want that to like go away. Yeah. Because when you go on the account, it shows how many likes you have, and like not to be like a clout thing, but like. I don't know, like I feel like it's good for like especially brands that like want to like sponsor me. Like I've worked with other brands and shit, and like when they see like all that engagement, like that looks good. Yeah. So not only a cloud thing, but like also just like a promotional thing.
Yeah. I mean, social media. When you have a social media account, it is a business. You have to like really pay attention to everything you're posting.
Well, you should. A lot of people don't, but you should because like social media is like taking over these days. You can make a whole ass living off of it if you play your cards right, you know, and you're consistent. But like I wasn't, so. I feel like if I made Musical.ly like a thing for me, like and just kept doing it and then like never stopped, I feel like I could really easily like make that like a good like income source. I mean, you could definitely get back on now and like, go to TikTok. Yeah, definitely. You could definitely do that. And y'all, hello, and welcome to the Little Bit Petty Podcast. Let's welcome Anthony. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Just chilling.
Same. I woke up this morning and actually. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, these past couple days, I've been having a little bit of a sore throat, and it's really only because every time I get a sore throat, it's right after I, like, suck dick. Like, or eat some, like, it is...
That's so true, though.
It is literally...
I don't know what it is, though. After I suck dick, I feel like I have a cold. It's like, I feel sick.
Like, why are you so dirty? Why are men so dirty?
Like, it's not that, like, it was a disgusting, like, thing for me, but, like, for some reason, every time I suck dick, I feel, like, sick after...
Stop! It's true though. Like I was like when I finished,
I'm glad you get that because I never understood that.
Okay, I'm glad that we need to talk about this as a society. It is important. What is happening?
Dude, I can't. That was too much. I literally thought I was the only one.
No, because you'll be sitting there and you'll be like, oh my, is this a disease? Like what happened? Like why is my throat like this right now? But really it's just because you went over some person's right head.
I'll be high as fuck hooking up with a dude, and like when they leave, I'm like starting to get sick. I'm like, do I have like chlamydia?
Bitch, it will like you'll just start to freak out, and then you'll just be like, and then you'll go to the doctor, and be like, oh my god, you have strep, and you're like,
dude,
that fucking, I fucking hate men. Wash your dick. Wash your dick.
I can't, dude. This is getting ridiculous really quick.
I mean, it was just. I'm not even gonna lie.
Especially last night. Because we talked about, I told you like briefly what happened.
Talk to me a little, yes.
God, I'm literally just gonna be like airing out my whole fucking entire like.
You know what? I love that we're starting off this podcast with such sex positive like.
Oh my god, yes. I'm gonna say I'm sex positive, but like in a way where I'm not really like an intercourse person. Like, yeah, I like sex, but like for me, it's more of like it turns me on more than like I like get off from like putting my dick in another guy's ass. Like, I'm a top. I do bottom sometimes. Like if the person is like, it depends on the person. I actually don't really enjoy it like that, and I feel like I enjoy topping more. I feel like for me, it's more like intimate. Like I feel like I'm really connected to that person. Yeah. Like that's why I like it, but. Yeah, I mean, as far as like getting off from like intercourse, it doesn't really work for me. Yeah. I need like oral stimulation, honestly, like as detailed as it is. Like, yeah, I need that.
Yeah, when I'm more of a bottom. but I do top a lot because I am 6. We are very tall people. And you know what? I hate feeling like the itsy bitsy spider.
Yeah, I feel you. And I feel like a lot of like shorter guys, like when they see a tall guy, like they want that tall, like that's it's not funny because like they like that. They like that. They assume. Okay, that's what I meant to say. They assume since you're tall that you're like a top.
Yes.
That's what I meant to say. I don't know what I was talking about earlier, but yeah, that's.
The thing is, and it's always such a gag. And the thing is, like will top. Like don't get me wrong, like. You know, if you got a big booty, like, I'm here, I'm queer, let's do it.
Like, we love that. Like, I love a nice butt, and, like, if I was a bottom and, like, I saw some dude with a nice ass, I want to be the top of him, I'm like, yeah, we can get into this.
Exactly. You know what? She's trying to get a big ass for the summer, because, you know, her booty's already nice and perky, but I want that juice.
Absolutely, yeah, I'm trying to. It's just, like, I need to eat a lot more, and, like, so I'm trying to eat a lot more protein, and we're, like, working out with it. Like, me and Steph, we're at the gym the other day, so we're trying to like do that like regularly. I'm trying to help them get their booty looking right.
Yeah. I mean,
wait, did I say Steph or Kels?
You said Steph.
Okay, I meant Kels, not Steph.
Yes.
It's easy to like associate them together because like they're so close.
Yeah.
And like whenever like in the past, like whenever I saw Kels or Steph, they're always together. So like I usually associate them like that, which is I don't think is a bad thing.
I'm gonna say this, Kelsey, you heard that. Call them up right after this.
No, that's not a bad thing. I feel like my friends, like when they like, I feel like I have certain friends where when I think of them associated with somebody else sometimes because they're always together and like that's fine. But yeah, no. Anyways, but back to the sexual thing because I feel like we stopped.
Oh yeah, you stopped fisting. I don't think we said fisting yet, but but we can get. I feel like
now we started.
Hey, you know what? Now we're here. So
now we're here,
so
we can't go back.
Fisting, yes. You know. I was sitting here and you were actually in the middle of your story, and it kind of reminded me of my I've slipped the wrist in someone's posterior, their rectum, and don't get me wrong, like no, not serving lotion, just put on some lotion. It was, and the thing is, people love, and there was nothing worse, and then, I've never been sexualized for my hands before, but he was like, you have such a nice fist.
They love, hands.
Like big hands.
People who get fisted, I feel like they don't like getting fisted, they have a kink of hands.
Yeah.
Like,
and of course, I mean,
they just want them in them.
But the thing is, it makes sense. Like, I get it. If you like that and just like that foreplay, that's great for you. I love that for you.
If I didn't love it for you, I wouldn't be doing it for
you.
I
wouldn't be doing it for you. I wouldn't even given it a shot.
Yeah.
But I'm a people pleaser. I love if the other person is good, I'm good. Yeah. Usually I'm that's perfect.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should I
I mean, do you want to tell your story? You don't need to.
I need a second to think. Wait, let me.
Fisting is very personal.
Yeah. Well, even if I said I don't want to talk about it now, they already know that
now we know
assume what's going on.
I mean, yeah.
So I had experience recently that I've experienced it before. I've done it before, but never super intensified and prolonged. It was more a quick thing where it wasn't completely fisting. I would say it was more just exaggerated fingering, a little not too deep, not too many fingers, but I went full force.
Yes.
Full force. So
you gave that full moment that
with this person, yeah, they wanted it. We talked about it before he came over and he was like, "Are you into fisting?" I'm like, "I've done it once, but never completely," to the point where they were okay with me going that deep. They were always it was a halfway point, but this time with this guy, he wanted it in, he's experienced, he has done this, he does it regularly, so his whole is it's open. It's open for business.
She's not practicing with you.
She's not practicing. This is a ritual for her. This is a regular procedure she gets done on a weekly basis.
And I love that for her.
He was telling me that every week, he'll when I was doing it, he was like, "Oh, I should be a little looser." The guy that did a couple days ago is love. I'm like, the guy that did a couple days ago, this is a regular thing for you.
Yeah. I mean,
you need that if you want to keep it open, I feel like you got to keep regularly getting it stimulated like that way.
That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, this will be my last thing I say about
because
because we've said this,
like,
but
all we're talking about is sex. Like,
hey, and you know what?
I love talking about it.
I love talking about it, but when I tell you, you do like, even like when you're just bottoming normally.
Yeah.
When you take a break and then go back to it after a couple months, you sitting there like, oh
yeah, it's like a tea.
Baby.
Yes, it's like a tea break. Like you don't smoke for a while and you finally smoke again. You're like,
exactly.
Fuck.
You're like, hold on.
Holy shit! Give me a minute. I need some water. It's like two fat ass dabs while after eating edible, and you're like so fucking high because you haven't smoked in a while. And then like if you bottom after like a while of not bottoming, like your asshole is fucked.
Literally, it's the
fucked.
And you think to yourself like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
And usually everything is because your body's more used to it.
And you like go into it like assuming you're gonna be able to like just take it, and then like you're like, oh shit, like I actually can't like this. We need to slow down.
You said.
We need to slow down.
So way down. I see. Woo!
This is why I don't bottom like that because like it's too much for me. Like it's just more uncomfortable. It's more of a project and a chore and like a hassle than anything. Like you have to prepare for it. Mm-hmm. And like I respect all the bottoms that can do it because it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
You know what? A bottom appreciation day.
Yes.
Is today.
Oh yeah, I will always appreciate a good bottom because like that takes a lot of work.
A lot of work and a lot of courage. Mm-hmm.
And strength.
And strength.
Honestly,
us bottoms, you heard that, strength, dexterity, a lot of prep too. Like, yeah. But let's switch gears a little bit. You model? You're a model, which is, what made you get into that? What got you into that?
I mean, like, I don't know, like, I feel like growing up, like, I was always bullied and like I kind of had like a rough childhood. And, like growing up, I wanted to like kind of like my goal was to kind of just like be more confident and like try to be like more open about myself. And like getting older, like after coming out, I was like, you know what, like I love me, like this is who I am now. Like I mean, I'm okay with it now and whatever. So like I feel like growing up, I like, you know, I liked taking pictures of myself. Like my Instagram is like my favorite thing because like I would like always feel good about myself and like it helped me like kind of stay more confident. And then like I don't know, like I was always told by my family that like, you know, like I have like that model-esque like, you know, persona and like that face, and like I feel like people always told me that. So I was like, you know what, like maybe I could just try it because I'm always posting on Instagram and like I can also like make money through that too. Yeah. Through brands that were already like sponsoring me. Like so before I like started modeling, I was like working with like Tostitos and shit, like doing like Super Bowl like promotions and stuff. And like I feel like I wonder if I like got into a modeling agency, like maybe I can like do this and like they can like really get me more and more and more gigs like that. So I was like, why not like use this as a way to like kind of like make money, because like you can. Yeah, for sure. But like to be honest, like no shade to like my agency, but like it's really hard in the industry because like it's very competitive. Yeah. So it's like sometimes hard to get like gigs when there's so many specific things they're looking for and like models these days.
I 100% agree. Modeling is first. Modeling is a lot also about keeping up your appearance too, because like when you send someone like in a headshot or anything, other things like that, if you don't look like that, it's gone. Yeah, like
that's why you gotta keep your digitals updated. And like whenever like I'll be, because I work full time too, and like I'll be working, and then like my manager will like email me saying, hey, like we have this like offer that we got. They want you to submit it by tomorrow, and I'm like working full time, and I was scheduled the next day. I'm like I couldn't even do it, and it's just like sometimes it's so much work, like, and I gotta update my pictures. When they say like you have to submit it with updated like stuff, like it's not easy to just like take a bunch of updated things, and like all the time is just like you have to like stop what you're doing and like do a whole ass photo shoot. Yeah, and like it was hard. Like I didn't have time because like I was just getting like I'm getting like told on the spot sometimes, so it's like shit. Like it's hard. You have to keep up with it. Yeah, that like if you also have a job and you're doing it, like if that's your main thing, great. But like if you're like working while doing it, it's hard. Because it's a whole ass thing.
Well, it's like when you are like starting off, like it's one of those things that like you have to like be jumping on this trampoline for a while until you start to gain momentum and keep getting consistent.
You gotta do it, keep doing it to just
Yeah, and it's honestly also like there's so many things that go into it now too, such as like social media followings as well, and keeping up with your social media and like.
Yeah, because you can make money through your model agency through like social media. That's why I was like saying like that's why I wanted to kind of hop into it, because I'm like, let me just put myself out there. And also, actually, my cousin, like my blood cousin, is in the same agency as me.
BMG, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like, well, before she got into BMG, she was like applying to other agencies and then stuff, and she finally got in with BMG. I was like, you know, let me like just try with BMG, because I was trying with other agencies, because she was talking about doing it. I'm like, you know, maybe I should just like try it too, because we were kind of like the same type of person. Like we like to post on social media and like I don't know, like because like we understand that you can make money off of it. Like I was saying earlier, like a lot of people who have TikToks and stuff don't realize that like you can make money off that shit if you like do it right.
Oh yeah,
and like
you can make a good amount of money.
Yeah, we talked about that. So like my thing was like, yeah, I wanted to just like go work with the agency like to help me like kind of grow that. I don't know, and like I said, it's a hit or miss. The industry is hard, so it's like I haven't been too successful, but like it's definitely been an experience, and like I love it so far. I just want to keep like trying to like get more gigs and shit, kind of grow myself. So like you have to start from the bottom and kind of get up there.
And build that portfolio. Because as soon as someone else sees your face, that's like wants to like all it takes is one person to see you like that hits the right marks, and. You know,
that's so true. That's very true. And like you're good after that. Like you're set.
You're set for
life.
Y'all, Pride is coming up, which means, you know, I'm not a sellout. But if you want to give money to a queer ass bitch, me, me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, like, so you said you started about a year ago or 2 years ago?
I started BMG 2 years ago. It started like 2020, I believe. It wasn't too long ago. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so with social media, so you would say that like, you think that impacted a lot of your life throughout? Like, is it something that's like like really. a cute line throughout your life?
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. Obviously. I mean, like for me, it was just more like a confidence thing. Like, I mean, no one can sit here and tell me that like you don't post on Instagram just to get some sort of like confidence boost for yourself, and it's not a bad thing. Like, no. I love that. I'm not saying like I need social media and to post and to do that to be confident. It's just nice. I don't know. Sometimes I'd be feeling down. I'm like, let me post a cute picture. Get some confidence really quick.
It's just like the serotonin that you get. People don't like, and the thing is, like, of course, don't make it your life. And we all know that, like, we don't need to obsess over it. Yeah. But, like, there's nothing wrong with being like, okay, I'm going to do this just to get a serotonin boost. Because, like, you know, like, your friends will hype you up and you're like, oh my fucking God. And then some strangers will hype you up and you're like, oh my. Wait. You think I'm sexy? And then you don't text them back ever again.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't know. I don't really think too much about social media anymore. Like, I mean, sometimes I post pictures. I'm like, why do I do this? Because, like, I did say it gives me confidence, but, like, that's obvious. Like, you post pictures of yourself, you look good, like, you're gonna get a confidence boost. But, like, recently I was talking to my friend about it, and we were talking about, like, how social media is just, like, kind of the same shit. It's repetitive, and it's just, like, I don't know, like, why am I doing this? Like, posting on my story all the time about shit that nobody really cares about. Because if I see that on somebody else's story, I'm like, I don't care, swipe.
But the thing is, it's all about I feel like for me, I like social media because, like, I'm like, bitch, this is my stamp. Like, this is something that you can go through, like, when I die and be like, oh, this bitch was stunning from top to bottom. Yeah. And then, like, it's kind of like a time capsule, too. Yeah. Because, like...
That's very true. I love going back and looking at old shit. No, it's not even bad. Like, it's a good... Like, I love, like, I'll be on my Snapchat, and that's the best place to do it. Going on old Snapchats, that's the best.
Don't even...
It's like a fucking rabbit hole.
You will get sunken down onto Snapchat or Facebook.
Oh, my God.
Bitch, yeah. I literally have to detag myself from some of these pictures because I look like a freaking, like, I'm really glad that I grew out my hair and, like, you know, like, I've lost a little bit of weight because I used to look like a milk dud. Like, whenever I walked out, I was just bald and, like, round. Really? Literally just a lollipop.
You lost a lot of weight?
Okay, a lot of weight, like 20 pounds.
That's a lot, though. I mean, like, I'm trying to gain 20 pounds and it's hard to gain. I can only imagine losing it.
It was, the thing is, I feel like for me, losing weight is easier than gaining weight because I feel like eating less is easier than eating more. Like, overstuffing yourself can be very hard. And, like, if you're taking protein powder...
Yes.
Protein powder is the worst. Disgusting.
It is disgusting. There's only some I can drink, like, and I cannot mix it with milk. It makes it way too thick. Because I've been trying to, like, drink more protein because I have a lot of protein powder from before, and I've been trying to, like, drink it before the gym and shit, and, like, I'm like, let me mix it with milk to get, like, more gain. It's hard, though. Like, after a gym, like, you literally want to throw up. It's too much. Mix it with water. It's the best way to do it.
Oh, my God. I'm a milk.
But you gotta get, like, a good powder. Otherwise, it'll taste very, like, cakey. Like, I got this, like, protein powder, and it's, like, a cake flavored or vanilla flavor, and it just tasted like cake batter powder, and I was just like...
No, I always stick with chocolate. I feel like...
Chocolate's good. It's smooth.
It's one of those things that you know, like, it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. Yeah, vanilla can sometimes be too sweet.
Yeah.
Chocolate can't be too sweet.
No, and
I
like
mean,
the thing is, if you miss with chocolate, like I can deal with it. If you miss with like Starburst or whatever, like different flavor you want to try out that week, like birthday cake is a hit or miss.
Yeah, maybe like a pre-workout for like Starburst flavor. But I feel like pre-workouts, they should just stop adding all those extra flavors. Like I see like Cold Stone ones. I'm like, Cold Stone protein powder after the gym. Like I would vomit, especially with water. That doesn't sound right. Just chocolate.
Give me that either
vanilla. That's it.
Chocolate, vanilla,
maybe vanilla.
Confetti cake.
Confetti cake. Oh, I will throw up.
No.
That's so funny we're talking about it because it's like such a detailed topic. But yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Teach their own.
Literally to each their own.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. If I'm like talking about shit like this and I'm giving my opinion, it's not because the opposite opinion is something that I'm not okay. Like you know, I don't care. Like do whatever you want to do. That's just like what I think. Like I just don't like that.
No, yeah. I mean, your water and protein powder opinion is really wrong. That's disgusting.
Oh wait, you were saying that you like
the milk? Yeah, I was saying I like the milk. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you use milk?
I'm not that girl. That water,
Or maybe like almond milk, cause like I don't know, I get upset stomach with regular milk.
Yeah.
If I have too much dairy, like I don't think I'm lactose intolerant, but if I have too much dairy, like a lot of it, I will get very like upset stomach.
You might be lactose intolerant.
Probably, yeah.
I feel like everyone's kind of a little bit
cheese and stuff. No, my ice cream, not really. But like when it comes to like just drinking pure milk and a protein shake, like it just makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
Maybe it is just the milk, just as it is, not the taste.
I guess it does taste
good.
Yeah, it does taste good, and like the thing is, you're right. It is a little bit thicker and blah.
Yeah.
But y'all, we have to take a quick little break. And we'll come back to get a little bit petty with Anthony. See you soon. Hey y'all, welcome back, and we're here. And in case you haven't noticed, I am sitting up a lot more straight because I noticed that my posture was pretty bad. There could be other people in this room. I'm just kidding.
Tall people problems.
Tall people problems.
So hard.
Okay, this is only gonna be like a clip. A little moment.
Because I don't want people to think that like we're like complaining like, oh my god, being tall is so rough. Like your life must be so hard.
But it is. Like getting like people don't understand like when you're on a small couch and you have to get up and you feel your knees cracking.
Yes. My friends like hate it because all I talk about is like my joints and shit. I'm like, you don't understand what it's like being tall. Like it hurts. It hurts because like we can't keep ourselves straight up all the time. No. And, like that's why I always slouch and shit.
Yeah, and like. I mean, of course, like, I get it. Aesthetically, being tall, I get it. Like, I truly do understand, like, there are a lot of caveats with that. Yeah. But, practically, being tall, after a long period of time, is not the tea.
It's not.
It is not it.
I would be a little shorter.
Like, if I
can't even walk into a fucking door without hitting my damn head. You know how many times I almost gave myself a concussion walking through my fucking house?
Girl,
oh my god.
Like a solid 6'1".
I broke a fucking chandelier in my mom's old house.
You're lying.
No, like in my dining room, it wasn't a chandelier, but it was like a lower lamp from the ceiling, and I fucking like knocked into it and I like broke it. I'm like, this sucks. I need to be a little shorter because it's so hard.
I think I had one of those like little like, was it glass? Like was it a round glass? Kind of like little chandelier lamp things. Because I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've done that similarly.
It looked like a plate or like a bowl, and it was like
hanging.
Oh
yes, okay.
You know, I have those lights and I have like the lampshade kind of like on the bottom of it, or like the glass lampshade,
like an upside down. Like yes, I do. What you're
like an upside down lamp. That's kind of what it looked like. And it wasn't like that. The light was like lower.
Yeah,
and it was a short like ceiling. I bumped into it and I broke it.
Yeah, and. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
we're not.
It's
no more talking about
it. Topic, but
it's not a exciting topic.
Talk about it because
I had to breathe it. It's tough. I don't know. I'm not gonna like cry on this podcast because no one will care because it's not really a problem. But
like, a lot of people coming for us for like complaining about being tall because it's nice to be tall. Like I'm not saying like I hate being tall. Like I'm not like ignoring the fact that like it is a nice thing to be. Like I like being tall, but I also like comes with its problems.
Yeah, sure. I just wish people would just understand. Please understand our perspective. Yes,
keep us in your prayers.
Exactly. But let's get a little bit petty. Okay. I've never introduced like that, but let's get a little bit petty. What's the most petty thing that you've ever done? Like, what is something that, like, you're like, oh, bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know what I want to, like, share. And, like, I don't know if I want to go back to the sex topic. Cause but I did something recently that was pretty petty, and, like, I feel bad about it, but it's, like, it needed to be, like, if that's how I felt, and I was uncomfortable about it, like, I had to say something.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, and like we can, okay, then let's go.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Boom. I was so I had a guy over recently, and Oh my god, it's so like detailed, like it's so awkward.
Okay.
There's some things about sex that it's like you're okay with talking about it, but once you start talking about it, it's like, ooh, this is awkward to talk about because like it is very detailed and it's interesting because I had a guy come over and I was scared because we were like kissing and stuff, and then like took his shirt off. I took my shirt off. We were just like doing a damn thing, and like he pulled on his pants, and I was kissing him, and as I was going down, it wasn't that his like dick wasn't big. He had a nice dick, but I swear I thought he had some sort of like disease because like his balls were the size of a softball. It was hard as a rock, and we talked earlier about like being high sometimes and like, you know, hooking up and like you start like thinking about like when you get sick, you start to like, oh my god, like am I like getting chlamydia or something, like whatever. But like I really thought that he had something wrong with him, and I said something. He goes, oh my god, like no one said that to me. That was kind of rude. I was like, I didn't mean it like that. Like it's so weird.
Yeah.
And like he's like, should I go home? I'm like, honestly, like I'm just like not really. I'm kind of turned off right now, and I felt so bad. But it scared. It like well, I was worried, and like it was also uncomfortable, and it turned me off because I was like, what if he like has some sort of like thing that he can like give me, and it made his balls like super like inflamed to the point where like they're never gonna go back to normal. I was freaking out. I was like, no, this is weird. Like his balls were too big. It's such a weird thing to talk about because like
sometimes people have bigger balls. I have.
He said he's been a doctor recently a lot because it's been like a more noticeable thing, and he's like, yeah, I've been like seeing people like about it, but like no one said anything about it. I was like, okay, well, now like it was weird, so he kind of just like went home.
Yeah,
and then he messaged me a whole ass paragraph saying like I've never been like embarrassed like that before. I'm like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean that, but like, what was I gonna do? Just like, you know, pretend like I was like not uncomfortable by that? Like
I probably no, I'm so passive. I probably would have been like, okay, like I probably would have went back up and be like, hey, let's have a conversation about this real quick. Then we can go back down and do what we do.
And he told me that he like was going like he quit masturbating for a while for like 3 weeks, and that's why it was like that. I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? That's so not good.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's like insane.
God.
Some people do that. Like I'll have guys like random message me and they'll be like, I haven't came in 4 fucking months. Like come bust me. I was like, what are you doing? Like
4 months?
That's so not good. Like get rid of that shit. Like
no,
I don't want your 4 months worth of load in my mouth. Like that's too much.
No.
And like he said that's why his shit was like that. I don't know. It was weird. It was scary. It was so weird to touch. It was probably like it was like this big. His balls were like this big.
So here.
Yes. Yeah, and they were like hard as fuck. And it was scary. Like I thought I was tripping balls, and I was high as fuck out these dabs, and like I thought I was tripping. I was like, is his ball sack the size of my fist? Hard as fuck. I'm like, is this like is he okay? I'm like I give him blue balls that bad to the point where his balls are about to explode. I mean, I'm like, baby, like. Please, like, release that. Please, sir, release her.
Hey, release her. You know what? And honestly,
like, why do guys do that to themselves? That's not.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like, I just feel like maybe, some people as they get older, their genitals do expand.
He was like 26.
Oh, like
he was young. And,
yeah, pretty young, but
like he didn't like I don't know. I was like I don't want any like thing he has because like. If his things are like that and he has some sort of like infection that caused that, I don't want to.
You said.
I was like, I don't want to. I was like, I don't want to deal with this.
You said, not today.
It was just weird. It was weird. I feel bad about it because I do feel bad. But, like I was uncomfortable. Like
yeah, I mean, if you're uncomfortable with something, you should.
Exactly, especially in sex. Like if you have somebody come over and like they're like doing something and it makes you uncomfortable, like don't like pretend like you like it or like keep on. Like just like honestly, like just cut it out.
Yeah, and
like let them like. You don't have to. You can like be honest and be like, honestly, like I'm just not. This is not working for me.
Yeah, and you know, no, I agree. If you're uncomfortable with sex, like of course, like try to let them down gently. Yeah. But also at the same time, you know, sometimes you can't help how you respond either.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I feel like some people like feel bad. It's like say it, but like honestly, like if you're not comfortable, like that's a very intimate thing. Like if you're not comfortable, like let them know.
Oh yeah, no. Trust me. I definitely let people know, especially like when you're more of a bottom, you got to be that communication because cops will get in this mode where they just stop listening.
Yeah, because some things don't feel good, and it's a very like sensitive thing, like place down there. Like if you're not doing something right, like you need to to let that person know, or that person needs to let you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's important too.
Yeah, I mean, I just agree with you. Like I just feel like because if you're doing something you don't like, the other person can tell too, and like you never want a person to, you don't ever want to do the deed with completely do the deed with someone, and they feel like even more, that will make someone feel worse.
I feel that. I feel that though too. I don't know. I just been in some situations like, I don't know, like I had guys like try to like experiment things with me that I wasn't like comfortable with. Like I had a guy that like really wanted me to like bottom for him, and like I was not really like into it at the moment. He was like, no, like let me try, like let me foreplay with you, like we'll try to like make it work. And it like wasn't working and shit, and I was just like, yeah, like I'm not into this. Like it just, and he goes, well, this is kind of like what I expected from this. I'm like, well, I mean, I told you they don't usually do this. Yeah. But back to the balls thing. That's kind of different. Like that just like, I was concerned. Like I didn't want to catch something that like he probably got. Like that's not normal. I don't know. It freaked me out honestly, and like I feel really petty about that. And I like even told him, I was like, yeah, I feel bad, but like it like scared me. Like I was just like freaked out. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, no. And if we had to switch,
he was hot though. It sucked. I was like, he was hot. And I'm like, God. Like
I mean, you could have made out for a little longer.
And like, I don't know. It was he blocked me, so yeah.
Not blocked. Not fully blocked.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I feel like being open with the person you're being intimate with and saying like you're not into it, not in regards to like if you're okay. First of all, if you're like going to hook up with somebody and you're not completely 100% attracted to them, like don't go through with it and then be like, yeah, no, I'm not. Like you can't stop having sex with somebody and be like, yeah, I'm not into it because like you're ugly or I'm just like I'm not attracted. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like if you're doing like sexual things or like something isn't working for you or something just like makes you feel uncomfortable, that's different. But like if you're not like into it, like I don't know, it's hard because like don't do it in the first place if you're not attracted to the person. Like that's why I feel bad when I like message guys on Grindr and I ask them for pictures of everything because like I personally like would hate for somebody to come over that I'm like hooking up with and then find out that like something about me like is not attracted to them and like it would be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I feel like it's good to like know that like you're completely like attracted to the person before you go and do all those things with them like that. You know? So like that's important to like communicate.
No, I agree with that too, especially when it is just sex and like and don't get me wrong, like I feel like I don't know, like
and it depends on a person.
Yeah, it depends on the person too.
Because like I've met people that like and that's another subject because like meeting somebody in real life and meeting somebody on social media is like different because like when you meet somebody in real life or like, and this is why I always tell people, like, I'll be on Tinder sometimes, honestly, and I'll swipe left on people, and I'm like, damn, like, that could have been something I could have really been into. Yeah. And, like, their looks necessarily, like, maybe isn't something, like, I'm not, it's not necessarily, like, my type, but, like, I'm attracted to them in different ways, and, like, that could sexually turn me on. Yeah. And I'm also a person that, like, gets sexually turned on by things that aren't necessarily, like, an appearance thing. Yeah. And that's another thing. It's just such a broad, like, thing to talk about for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you think about, like, when I think about type, I really don't, like, have, like, too much of type.
Either do I.
Like,
I have no type.
It's, like, it goes from, like, every single... Yeah. Like, the thing is, you just have to look good to me, like, if that makes sense. Like,
yes.
To me. To me. Like, and, like, sometimes... I'll send pictures to like group chats with your friends, and they'll be like, "This guy is like
ugly." I'm like, he's hot to me though.
Girl, I
don't give a fuck. Like, if I'm attracted to you, like I'm attracted to you.
Exactly.
But like, I want to just know, like, when I'm going to hook up with somebody, I just would like them to like even like tell me like I don't know, like I don't want somebody to hook up with me and then find out that like they're not attracted to me. Like if you're not, like don't even bother.
No,
and then vice versa. Like I just like want to make sure like if you're meeting somebody on Grindr. Yeah. I don't know. But then if you meet somebody in real life, I've met some guys in real life that I'm like, you're not necessarily my type, but like, or somebody like I would typically like be attracted to, but like, your vibe is so cool and like dope, and like I'm like sexually into that. Sometimes I'm like, damn, like that's so hot for you to say that. Or like some guys do have like these personality traits that are like really hot. I'm like, damn.
When a guy, I think one art that has been lost with social media,
and nothing they can do can turn me off because I'm just already like into that.
Yeah, and I think I think that one art that has been lost with a lot of people because of social media and things like that is flirting. Like, I feel like a lot of people have lost their, like, quote-unquote game in real life. Mm-hmm. Because people don't, like, sometimes, when was the last time, that's not true, but, like, sometimes when I go to the bar and sometimes these guys will be spitting game and you're sitting there like, you're like, ooh, girl, You ain't spitting none of the right words to me, baby. You are one of the prettiest people in the world, but girl, that personality.
I know,
is
and
flat.
oh my god, and it kind of goes to the topic of like, I'll meet guys that like aren't that attracted to me at all, but if you smell good, if you have good hygiene, your hair is nice and clean, like your clothes look good, like that right there is so hot to me. I love a guy that smells good. I love a guy that just like is clean and like is well put together. I hate an ugly guy, a hot ass guy that has like really bad breath or like horrible hygiene. I'm like, you're 24 years old, 25, 26, and I'm sorry, like, it's.
Yeah, I am very, like, the thing is, hygiene is very important.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of the, and the thing is, everyone is different. Some people don't like people with a little bit of musk or a lot of musk.
Yes, they do, yeah.
And
it doesn't bother me, but I'm saying, like, when a guy smells really good, it's an extra A+.
Yeah. When you get that little cologne, and when you see that person I think for me, it's the effort someone puts in.
Yeah, I feel you.
That also is very attractive.
That's the thing, yeah. I'm not saying that, like, if I'm like talking to somebody and I really like them and like I'm realizing that that's like kind of like a downfall of them that like, you know, they could probably work on, it wouldn't be like a deal breaker, but like I'm just saying I appreciate a guy who is clean cut and smells good. And if I'm not really 100% attracted to like your appearance, but you are well put together, like that right there is good enough for me.
Exactly. You
know what I'm saying? Like it can go different ways with that.
Yeah, it can definitely go different ways. Like, let's go to a different question. I'm really good at segues. What's been one of the most pettiest things that happened to you? Like, when it's something that you were like, I cannot believe this bitch did this to me.
I'm trying to think. I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I would have to think about this because...
I could tell a quick story.
Yeah, you tell a quick story and I'll think of one.
So, something happened in high school where I was kind of like the YouTuber of the high school. So, like, I would be the person that, like, it would get, like, 200-300 views, and it would only be people from the school kind of, like, commenting on it, da-da-da-da-da. And there was this one video where I did with this person, and we were doing, like, a vlog in the car, right? And he ends up saying something like, man, I don't really like my girlfriend like that, but she's fine, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I go to bed around, like, 10 p.m. I post a video around, like, 9:30. I have 20 missed calls.
Yeah.
And they're like, why would you post that? Da, la, 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 la. I was like, I sent you the video. No, no. He's like, you know I didn't watch that. I was like, well, if you didn't watch it, I sent it to you. That's you.
Yeah.
But the next day, a rumor started to fly about me. Like, because there's a couple, I mean, I think everyone kind of knew I was gay from a really young age. But there are a couple of rumors that, like, were flying about me a little bit that were like, oh, this person's really gay. And the next day, everyone was talking about, like, gay. And I think the only reason why he did that was because he wanted to, like, slow down his rumor out a little bit. And
probably.
And and
it
so,
makes sense. I did that.
And, like, we were, like, really close friends. So, like, why would I do that to you on purpose? Like, it was really frustrating. And, like, there were just a lot of petty things that person did. And, like, we're a little bit closer now. But, like, another thing that he did that was really petty to me, like, he invited me and my other best friend to a party, right? Mm-hmm. So, the night before, we get a text. Hey, yo, I'm not feeling good. I'm, like, kind of sick. I'm like, okay. So me and my best friend kind of hang out, and then we see Instagram stories of, like, the party that's going on, like, in Michigan, because it was, like, a college party.
Yeah.
And so we see, like, other stories from different people, and, like, 2 different people, and we're like, wait, who's that bitch in the background? And it's the person that invited us just to uninvite us. I know. Ugly. UGLY. High school was so fucking ugly.
People were mean in high school and just dirty.
Girl, let me tell you something.
Petty as fuck in high school. Oh my god, no filter, no anything. Like, especially in middle school too. Like, kids will say things to you that, like, are just so, like, damn, like, you really needed to say that to somebody. I don't know. That's a whole different thing.
Girl.
But I actually, like, kind of thought about something when you said something about something. It, like, made me think about something recently. I kind of, started talking to this dude. I knew him for, like, I think I knew him for, like, 2 years now. And, like, it's one of those guys that, like, you don't really, like, you never, like, dated or you never talked to, like, seriously. But, like, you know of them. You kind of, like, go back and forth in each other's stories. DM very rarely. But it's, like, one of those type of things. So, like, we just kind of knew of each other in that way. And, like, recently we started, like, talking. And it's, like, very seldom. But, like, and I'm not saying this because, like, I'm still, like, bothered by it. It's kind of a thing that happened, like, in the past. Yeah. And I'm, like, over it. But, like, it was super petty. And I feel like this is a topic that we can definitely, like, talk about. Yeah. And Yeah, no, I found out that this dude I was talking to, like, cause we went on a date for the first time, and we were just like hanging out and shit. It was fun, and then like, the plan was to drive him back home, and as we were driving back home, I was driving him home, and he was like, "By the way, I have something to tell you. I should have told you earlier, but I just like I never got around to it. I didn't know how to say it." He goes, "But I have a boyfriend, and I just want you to know that we are open and polyamorous, and I'm down to kind of like keep hanging out with you and shit." I'm like, okay, so like you knew it was petty like to do that. Like, why wouldn't you tell me before we did that? Like, so that's the thing. Like, when you're in an open relationship, like I feel like that's something you should tell somebody before you even like, hang out with them. Especially if it's like something like you're on a date or something. Like, you need to like say that, because what if that person just isn't looking for that type of relationship, no matter what it is. Like,
yeah. I do think, were you looking to like kind of take it to the next step? Of,
yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, and he's like he actually likes me like that too. Like we hung out again after that, went out, and it's been fun. But like, I don't know. Like, part of me is like, let me just like cut this off, because I don't know. What if like it's like I've been like let on so many times. Like, I don't want that to happen again. Like,
no.
What if I find out he's into it, but like he's also like more into his boyfriend that he's been dating longer than he knew me. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm in no like who am I to his boyfriend that he's been dating for 2 years? I'm just some dude he just met.
Yeah.
He's not gonna like. What if he doesn't like risk his whole relationship for something he just met?
I mean, I think about like if they're open and poly, I've actually had to like really like talk to myself about this, because a lot more of the gay community is becoming a lot more open and polyamorous, and so like you kind of have to adjust a little bit. And I've kind of had to change, put my mindset of being like, instead of thinking about like this person, because I don't want to like mince your words, but like it was kind of like I don't want to think about like them in their relationship. I want to think about our relationship,
right? That's true.
I don't want to compare what you two have versus what we have, because it's completely different things.
I know. It's also the kind of thing of like The Bachelor. Like, that's one person dating like 13 people.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. That's something that like you kind of gotta like see if you're okay with. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I had kind of had to see it too, and like I actually like tried to do it one time, and like the rules weren't really like thinking about being in polyamorous relationships. You kind of have to like set your rules first.
Yeah.
Set your rules first.
Rules.
Set your boundaries first, because you know what? I'll get a little petty. Sometimes people will say like, "Oh, we can do all of this and blah 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 blah. I don't really care. Like, we're really open. Nah." Then, like, when you go to the club together, and you might be the person that gets more attention, usually, or that night, and then the rules start to change for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I don't want to see you doing that in the club.
You experienced that?
Mm-hmm.
I've never like experienced a polyamorous like open relationship. Like, I never talked to somebody serious that was in one, so like I don't know like what that's like inside that bubble.
And the thing is, it didn't last long, but like it was like one of those things where it was just like, not my fault. I'm pretty, bitch. Sorry, I don't know what to say to you.
No, I definitely feel you. I don't know. I feel like that's, like I said, like that's something you got to be okay with, and when it happens, like you got to know that like you don't like, you'll know how to approach it, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, versus like just like being okay with it, but also like you'll know how to approach those type of like situations.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I feel like if someone started from scratch, like if we started from scratch and then we built up to that, we could probably do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it in the middle of it because I could see myself getting jealous. Like, if we talked about it from day one,
I would be too. Yeah. And I guess it's also the type of person you are. Like, I was talking to my coworker about it, and he was like, I'm actually polyamorous myself. I'm like, oh, so you're polyamorous. I'm like, I didn't know. And, like, in the gay community, or I guess in any, like, community, I'm still learning things. And, like, I didn't realize that, like, a person can be polyamorous. Like, you only want a relationship where you're able to, like, build on other connections if you want to.
Yeah.
And, like, he even said, like, he goes, yeah, I'm polyamorous. And, like, whenever I'm in relationships or if I'm ever in one, like, that's how I handle my relationships. I'm like, but what if, like, you meet somebody and you're like, damn, like, I know for sure this is that person I want forever. Would you still want to be polyamorous? Like, would you change yourself to, like, want to be like, more monogamous? I don't know. Like, it's just a lot. I feel like that's definitely, like, an interesting thing. Like, think about, like, being. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I'm not against it. Like, I'm not, like, if I meet a guy and he's like, I'm in an open polyamorous relationship, if I'm into it, maybe I can try it, but, like, and I'm not saying, like, me, like, not talking to him again isn't because I'm against that. It's just, like, for me, I'm not looking for that.
Yeah,
I'm looking
for more, it started off kind of, not with a lie, but, like, like the omission of truth.
Yeah, and
like,
he
you didn't tell me that at first.
Yeah,
and you kind of knew that this would play a role.
Yeah, and he told me, he goes, I know I should have said something. So he knew it was like, he should have probably said something.
Yeah. And you know what else we should have said? We should have said we need to take a break. So y'all, we'll see you in 1 second.
We'll
be right back.
That was good.
I try.
Okay.
Segues.
Damn.
I try. But we'll
good.
come back with a little bit more talk. It could be about sex. It could literally be about anything. And we'll be back. See you in a second. Oh, welcome back, everyone. Hi. But something that we're talking about a little bit, like during the break, was, you know, working out. And we're trying to get that. You said 4-month workout plan?
Yeah, so I was literally like sitting there today and I was like Googling like what my body could look like if I worked out for the next 4 months before summer. I'm like, I want to see if it was realistically possible to get that ass I want before summer. I was like calculating, like doing the math. I'm like, okay, this can work. This can happen.
Okay, the circumference of my ass is this right now.
Yes.
And the thing is, the only thing is I have to you kind of, it's hard because if you work out one thing a lot, something else will weaken the lack. Like if you want your ass to get bigger, you'll lose a little bit of definition in your stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
but that's fine. I don't know. That's fine though, because like I want a nice ass.
True. You know what? I mean, I already have a like top notch, but I just want it to be a lot, like just a little bit better.
Notch.
Yeah. I'm looking like, you know, giving very much Megan Thee Stallion. I kind of want to look like Nicki Minaj. Yeah, you know, like, you know, she's too thick. Oh, bitch, the hips, bitch. Are you a Nicki fan? Am I a Nicki fan? Pull up in the Sri Lanka. But now that we're closing out, what are you thinking about? What's next for you? What are you thinking about for the rest of the year, the future?
Yeah, so I kind of did like, and I was talking to my friend about this yesterday. Like, it's been hard because like I kind of did things backwards. I was in college. Like, I went to school for advertising and public relations, and I dropped out for a little bit because like I needed a break. Like the 5 classes a week were stressing me out.
Yeah.
Like it was, semester. Sorry,
yeah.
5 classes a semester was stressing me out. So I like dropped out for a little bit. I'm like, I'm gonna go back next semester. I never did, and I got a really good job after that. I was paying really well, and then I also went to a dispensary, and then I got offered a really good position at a company where people were only getting hired because they had degrees. But my friend that worked there, she got me in, and I was making really good money. But it was like an office job, like work from home, and like I'm such a social butterfly. Like I can't do a work from home job.
No,
it's hard. Like I'll sit in my room for 9 hours a day. I'm like, I can't do this. Girl. I need to be social. So I went back to the dispo. So I was at the top in school. It went down. Got this really good job. Now I'm back down again. But my goal is really just to go back to school, finish a degree, no matter what I'm doing in my life as like a hobby that could potentially be like a career. Like I still just want to get my degree.
Yeah.
Like recently I've been trying to make music and stuff like that, and I feel like if that works out one day, and like maybe like I just make that like my main thing, like if I get really good at that, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But again, like I just want to get my degree and finish it.
Yeah.
Because like I already came this far. I'm not just gonna like waste my associates.
No.
Like associates isn't anything. Like unless you get a bachelor's.
No.
That sucks about society is like, I don't know. I feel like having a college degree just like makes you look good, but it's like it shouldn't.
It should. No, I agree.
It is nice though. Like I want that though, just because I'm almost halfway there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually way past that.
Girl, I mean, I would say I 100% agree with you about the degree, but I'm a theater film major, and so do you need it? Not really.
That's true.
Nah.
I don't know, and that's like, especially with art school.
Unless you're a producer, and but also you can learn producing too. There's so many things you can learn.
And it's like if you're going, I feel like those type of careers, like if you're going to school for producing, or like videography or photography, it's because you're really good at that already, and you want that to be your career. So it's like that's the thing. Like I'm not against people who go to art school and shit, but it's like God, it's so much money, and it's like what do you like? I'm actually like curious. Like, do you need you don't need a degree to be like an artist?
No,
you can be a great artist without college.
Yeah, no, for real. And like the thing is,
unless you want to go to college, because you can learn a lot more skills. But like
the thing is, I did it because like you have to I wanted to fine tune all my skills. Yeah. Because like I was okay, but like doesn't mean I was great. But then like when I finally like left college, like I started to tune things, and I was just like, oh well, this is something that I didn't even know before, and like I could just turn up the brightness and I could lighten someone's eyes, like and take away like either like for me and you, for example, we're very different shades. Mm-hmm. But like at the end of the day, if I wanted to And I'm not going to, but if I wanted to make one of us the other color, I could.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's
yeah,
all about adjusting light.
Oh, yeah, stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, and like...
just expanding your skills. And honestly, like, it can help you get, like, better opportunities. Like,
yeah.
being an artist and going to art school, like, potentially get you gigs with other companies and brands, maybe for, like, advertising.
Yeah. And
maybe having that college degree, like, looked good to them, and they would have only hired you because of that. It sucks, but, like, I don't know. I guess that's probably why people do it, to kind of like get more exposure and shit, more practice.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's one of those things where, like, you know, of course, you know, since I've been out of college, I've gotten a couple films and a couple modeling things, but, like, nothing that was so stable because I wanted to act in all these other things, and, like, with the pandemic, it's been kind of changing things a little bit for me, and, like, I've also found a love for editing, so I'm trying to get into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so, like,
it's fun.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. Who knows? This podcast could take off, and I might not do any of that. Right. Let me tell you something. As soon as one big opportunity comes, whatever I'm doing, if it's not a job that I really like, if it's not a job that I want 10 out of 10, I'm leaving.
I know. Yeah.
If there's a fame train ticket, I'm taking it.
Yeah, it's also like knowing like your self-worth. Like you don't need to be working for a company that's like not treating you good, or like it's just a shitty job just because you're getting paid good. Like I took a pay cut because I wanted to work for a job that like I love.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's another thing. I feel like a lot of people like suffer like work for a company that they hate just to make the money. It's like, don't you want to just be happy? Literally. I will literally pay to be happier. Like I am paying because I'm taking a cut.
Yeah,
I'm paying to be happier, and it's worth it.
Hey, I agree. That's why I recently left. Me and my job basically went separate ways. I didn't really quit, but they also didn't fire me. But I'm not going back to it because I got sick or whatever. But it was just like, I liked the people there, but I didn't love the work that I was doing, and so I was like, okay, time to find something new.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't care if it paid me a lot of money. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, not the happiest I can be, because that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to live a life that my life is okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go into my life and like, meh. Like, I want to be like, oh, bitch, that was sickening. You had a stunning life.
I was watching Kamora Black's Instagram live, and she was even talking about that. Like, she was like, if you hate your job, fucking leave it. Leave it. If you hate your job, get a new one.
Literally. There
are so many jobs out there, and like, you're very replaceable, so that means it's gonna be very easy for you to find another job.
Exactly.
Just leave your job. I have friends who like work for companies that they've been with for years, and they're still like struggling. I'm like, you don't even. I'm sorry, but like, you make money where you can make anywhere else. Like, leave your job.
But it's also, I think it's just that fear, and like,
and the comfortableness.
Yeah.
Like, especially being like, and it's also kind of similar to like being in a relationship with somebody that like. Maybe you're not like super in love with them that much anymore, but it's just comfortable from you. Like that's your person because you're just comfortable with them. Like it's more like a cushion.
Yeah.
So
and
like
there's nothing wrong with being comfortable. Like it just depends on the person.
I just like I need change if I'm not like doing something that I'm like into. Some people can just like go to work and like have the mindset of like this is just my job, you know. And that's a good. It's not a great mindset to have, but like it's also like not bad. Like if you can have that mindset, it's more of like do you like if you can deal with that, that's on you. But like me personally, like. I can't. Like, I won't be motivated. No. I won't be motivated at all. Like, no.
And the thing is, like, yeah, no, I agree. I won't be motivated. And I'm just not, like, if I'm not happy, like, it will impact my health.
Yeah.
Like, and
mentally.
Like, mentally, and, like, when you become, like, 65 or 70, like, and you didn't live your life because you were working for somebody you didn't even like.
Yeah.
And, like, you spend, like, most of your life at work.
Yeah.
So... why be miserable while you're at it?
Yeah, but also, like, if you hate your job because of a coworker, like, that's different because, like, you're going to have a shitty person at every job. I've realized that over time, like, when I worked at places in the past, when I got new jobs, I'm like, oh, thank God I left that bitch because I hated all those people. But, like, that's not why I left. Like, you will find people at work that you don't like. And you're going to meet people in life, and you're going to have to be around people that you might not like, but it's, like, that is what it is. Like, you're not going to like everybody. Not everybody's gonna like you, and not everybody's gotta like you, and you don't gotta like everybody.
No.
So, that's kind of how I feel about like jobs.
I feel like we are in the same mindset. You know, and like it's just like I and the thing was like, and when you finally get to that point of like thinking like that. Life, I feel like my life has gotten so much easier.
Like you just don't let things bother you. Like if there's someone that is like hating on you and it's like very apparent, like you don't even fucking like sweat it. Like people are gonna hate you and like it is what it is.
Girl,
or does not like you. Like
if you hating on me, I mean that means you kind of love me low key. Like every time I see a hater or like someone tries to like not like doesn't like what I'm doing like and for no reason, I'm just like bitch. Girl, I'm too. No.
I got too many. My life is too short. I got too many things going for me to be like worrying about other people. Like,
Exactly.
If you have a bad opinion about me, like that's on you. Get well soon.
Get well soon. You seem a little sick. Get well soon.
Yeah.
You got this. Do you need some aspirin? You seem like you're coughing a lot over there. Oh man. Because he's a little bit sick.
A little sick.
She a little.
You just make me sick. You just make me sick.
What was? Well, that just made me think of something. What is like?
It made me think about how we were talking about sucking dick and how that made us sick.
No.
We're not going back to that. That was a whole other fucking topic.
Girl. Yes. Cause sucking dick can make you sick.
Yeah.
But
want to run in the bathroom to blow your nose?
Yeah, just.
That shit gets in there.
Yeah, girl.
Shit gets in there. In the nostrils.
Not in the eyes, girl.
Not in the eyes too.
Girl, it'd be. Girl.
Calls off work.
I'm sick. What? You weren't sick yesterday? Oh.
Well, it just came to me.
Literally.
Right now.
Right. Oh, now I'm just coughing. Excuse me. But, let's say your socials. Tell the people where they can find you.
So I'm not gonna give you my TikTok because I don't want you to make old Musical.ly videos. We're not gonna let you see those old Musical.ly videos. So, okay, fuck it. My TikTok is Anthony Cagala, and then Twitter is don't even know because I don't even use Twitter. Instagram is just ANTHONYCAGALA. So my first and last name, and that's it.
Okay.
So that's all you can really find me on.
Well, you can find me at ALittleBitPettyPodcast on YouTube and Instagram, and JustinPettyOfficial on TikTok and Instagram. And if you want to find me on Twitter, which is a little bit, you can follow me at Miss J Petty.
That's why I didn't get my Twitter, because I got some shit on it that people don't need. I have a private Twitter now.
Girl, why?
So, because
Twitter makes me such a slut. I don't know what it is.
I went on my Twitter the other day because my friend asked for it, and I went on my likes. Gay porn. I need to get well. I need to get well soon.
Well, now that Tumblr's gone, I was a bitch that used to go on Tumblr and just.
I felt like I'm like, let me get
Girl, I was like sensual. It was like.
My Twitter is very questionable. My likes are. It's just pornography.
And that's not,
some people don't even be seeing that, but if you want to see it,
hey, when I learned that my likes started to appear, I really had to change my.
I have family that like have my Twitter and like shit. I'm like, let me just like pause this. I'm gonna block y'all real quick. Hold on. Yeah, no, I don't even use it. I don't have them blocked. I just stopped because I didn't need more people to see that.
No. Especially
from work and shit.
No.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Is it that serious?
No, it just depends. Okay, it depends on how. I think it just depends on how religious your family is and how close you are to your family.
Yeah.
And my family's really religious, so like that's not gonna help them.
Yeah.
So block.
Yeah, no, I really just don't use Twitter. Some people ask me on Twitter, I'm like, I have it, but like I don't use it. I have some questionable shit on there, so if you see it, I'm sorry.
Girl.
It's kind of like that, honestly, but like, yeah, I don't need like my family, my coworkers seeing that shit.
No.
Yeah, definitely not.
And if you do see it, I mean.
If you see it and you like it, I love that for you.
Yeah.
I love that you love the things I'm into, and if you are, let me know.
Call me. But thank you so much for being on this podcast.
Yeah, it was
such
so fun.
a pleasure to have you on today.
Yeah, it was a riot.
It was really fun. It was very sexy, like very
sexually. I love talking about sex.
Positive.
Let's be more sex positive these days. I feel like some people like are afraid to talk about it, but like don't be afraid to talk about sex. It's a fun topic.
Girl, sex positive and
sex positivity is so important. Yeah, don't be shameful of it.
No, don't. And y'all, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you next time. Okay, bye y'all. Oh my gosh, these overalls are so sweaty.
I'm done.
Oh. This is a Like Genuinely production, produced and edited by yours truly, Justin Petty.